everyone, welcome back to my channel. Rebecca here, and welcome to Merry and Bright, the Mixed Media Frenzy YouTube and Instagram hop. So on our normal Friday Mixed Media Frenzy layouts, us 5 gals take the same sketch or layout and we create a mixed media page or craft idea based on the sketch, and we all basically use the same thing and then we all post. Well, we have a Facebook group, which I will link down below. And at the end of every month, the last Friday of every month, we open it up to all our crafty friends who want to play along. The only rule is you have to use mixed media. So I'm going to have all the channels and ladies' Instagram and YouTube videos linked down below. And like I said, the Facebook, if you want to come and play with us, come on over. So as you can see, I have a lot of mixed media. And since we get to just basically do whatever, I came up with this, hit the camera, with this fun little sketch. And I don't have a picture yet, but it is my family, and those are our stockings, and I'm actually going to set one here and here to represent my doggos as well. But I'm going to create a fireplace with nothing but mixed media and cardstock. Pray for me. So I'm just going to quickly go over some of the items that I'm using. Not to say that I'm not going to pull more in as I'm creating. I am going to use this wood grain stamp. It's a hardwood one. This is going to go on my mantle. I'm going to use this very small stencil from Tim Holtz. I've got the wood grain embossing folder. This stamp set, I'm thinking about pulling this in for the garland on my mantle. Just got these and I want to play, so I'm going to create garland out of these. I also have this stone pattern for the embossing folder, so I'm going to use that. I've got some chocolate chip Stampin' Up! Ink. I have all of my distress inks, but I just pulled one because it's a lot. I have these fun mica flakes, so I'm thinking about putting those on the stockings along with some heat and stick powder. I have some embossing powder over here. I've got some brown and some coral and some gray. I have silver and black Heidi Swapp texture paste. I have some Stickles, Nuvos, and liquid pearls. I have glitter glazes. I have some shimmers. I have some more texture paste, some glitter gel, some Heidi Swapp Color Shine, some Close to My Heart shimmer brushes, Vicki Boutin watercolor brush, and my glitter glue, because man, this sucker is almost used up. Alright, so that's everything I'm going to be playing with, not to mention a huge stack of cardstock, because I'm going to create this vision in my head. I'm going to make it come out of my head, and it's probably going to take me all day, but I'm super excited to do it, and I'm feeling pretty crafty, so a lot of mixed media and texture is going on this layout, so I will come back with a check-in. I'm not going to be able to do all of the mixed media, or I don't even know if I'm able to get any of it onto film, because it's going to take me a while, because it's detailed, intricate stuff that I'm doing, so I'll come back in and check in, and I'll kind of explain what I did and try to show you as much as I can. Alright, so I went ahead and took that teeny tiny little sketch that I had there, and I've started to break it down, and I've sketched it out on just a flimsy old 12 by 12 piece of white copy paper, basically. I'm going to put my title up here. The arrow means nothing. It just means Rebecca center that, basically. I have measured out how big my mantle is going to be, which is going to be 2 by 11. I am going to make it a little dimensional by angling it. This is going to be my brick fireplace, which is 7.5 by 10. Here's my fire pit, and we're going to have some dimension in there. So that is as far as I've got. I do have to obviously add the stockings and stuff, but that will come later. So just kind of wanted a little update on where I'm at, and not very far along, right? All right, fingers crossed and snap, and it should be done momentarily. All right, so I have got quite a lot done here. I took a close to my heart 12 by 12 piece of pattern paper, and it is from the Wood Grain collection, and you can get that in the core catalog. And I use that as my background. It's a very faint white wood grain. I took some cherry cobbler Stampin' Up! Cardstock, and I went ahead and ran it through my embossing. I did have to cut it into pieces, and ran it through my embossing with my embossing folder, the brick one, and then I inverted it so that, you know, these are the wells. It dipped in, not out, and I took my Ranger Emboss It pen and I literally drew lines, and then took my Smoky Slate embossing powder and sprinkled it on and heat embossed to make the mortar. So it does have a little bit of shine there. I don't know if you can see that. I did add my little dimensional strip on the side. It does not match, but it's not supposed to. I went ahead and took my brown cardstock here that is, I think, soft suede. I stamped it in that chocolate chip ink pad with the hardwood stamp, and then added my little angle pieces. And that is as far. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on that inside piece. So I will come back when I have that part done. Alright, so I have got a little bit farther. I have got this entire section done. I did it as you in 3 different pieces, and I used the stencil and the black High Swap texture paste, and then I did take a black stickle and just outline it to give it just a little bit more dimension so that you can see. I ran this piece through that stone embossing folder, and then I took my embossing pen and colored those in. I filled some in with the silver embossing powder and some in with the black embossing powder. Then I just sketched out some logs, and I took my Studio 71 alcohol marker and trimmed the edge and just gave a little bit of a dimension in there. I ran it through the wood grain embossing folder, and then I took some distress ink and just kind of lightly rubbed on the wood. I took 3 different shades of the cardstock, just fussy freehand cut some little flames. I inked the edge of each of them, and then I tucked them nicely into this little wood to create the fire behind there. So next up is the stockings. So we're going to start hanging the stockings, and I actually have to figure out where I want to put a picture, guys, because I don't know. I'm thinking we might tuck a picture in somewhere over here, but to be honest, I don't want a big picture like that because look at this, it's so cool. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we're going to do a 4x4, and I'll probably tuck her in somewhere in here, but like I said, we will not be taking the picture until Christmas Day, which actually is the day that this video is going to go live, so I might actually have a picture, and I can stick it in there at the end. So yeah, now on to the stockings, and I'm having a lot of fun. So this is fun mixed media. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll snap again. Alright, so I've got my garland done now. I die cut 3 different colors of the holly leaves, and then this red on the berries. I put the berries down first, and then I added all the holly berries. I'm gonna hang the stockings next, which is what I'm working on. I did take just the red Nuvo drops and the red stickles and added a whole bunch of holly berries to these and within the actual garland itself. So I have decided that I'm going to do a 4x4 picture, maybe even smaller, but it is going to go over here. I have more sparkle and shine on all of this stone here. So yeah, I'm liking the way it's coming together. I will be back. Alright, so we're farther along. the stockings all attached, and I just took a brad and then I took some Stickles glitter glue and stuck it in each brad. I went ahead and attached all the stockings with foam tape. The red ones represent the boys in the family, and the green ones represent the girls in the family. So on the red ones, I also drew these little cute little dash lines on the stockings. On the red ones, I took the red shimmer paint, painted one line at the top, and colored those in. The green ones, I just took the Jewel Up shimmer brush from Close to My Heart and colored the whole thing. I wrote our names on the bottoms, and then I put little paw prints by the dogs down here. So, and then I went ahead and took Stickles and Perfect Pearls and created the little holly berries. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in with my white pen and add some details, because my little balls kind of like, this one kind of went ahead and jumped out there, but I'm just going to add just the little dots, and then I'm going to go in and make the little line with a black pen. This is a white paint pen, picked it up at the dollar store. That's right. So I had a tremendous amount of time making this layout. Still not done, obviously. Just got a couple more things to do. I got to get the titled shows. I'm not sure what I'm gonna, thickers I'm going to use yet, but that will come. Some of these are not. Oh, you know what? They're not quite dry. I've been letting these dry for about 3 hours now, and it's not quite dry. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna ruin a pin. Hope I didn't. And B, the layout, because that would be horrible. I forgot to do these. So we'll let that dry a little bit more. I'm gonna go and pick out my title. Let's see if I can get a little close up for you guys so you can kind of see what's going on. And when you look at it in the light, it does show my brush strokes, but like up close in person, it's not doing that. But I've got all kinds of glimmer and shimmer, and I have every piece, excuse me, has mixed media on it. And like I said, my photo is going to go here. So I just got that little placeholder there so that I can, well, it's stuck under there now, but it'll come out. I just don't feel like pulling it up. Got the cute little fire. I got all the cute little dies. And I'm just loving the way this turns out. Now I've got to think of a cute little title, and that will be it. So yeah, let me go ahead and work my way through that part, and I'll be back. Alright, so here is my completed layout. I went ahead and got my title on. I cut that off, so I have no idea what thickers these are, but I did pick them up at Tuesday morning. I did use my liquid glue to get it glued down, and the title is just simply Our Christmas. There was no need to embellish any further because I love this layout. And if you guys decide to create something similar, please leave it in the comments below, because I would love to see what you came up with. Also, don't forget to check out all the other lovely ladies that are playing along in today's Merry and Bright Mixed Media Frenzy YouTube and Instagram hop. I will have all their links in the description below. And if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button below. And I will see you guys next time. And have a very, very Merry Christmas. Bye.